Sunday, the 1st of September, was a lining up of the Jewish calendar and the Gregorian calendar. And this only happens every 19 years. It doesn't happen all the time. And so what she's singing is, the king is in the field. And because it started the new month of the Jewish Elul, I get them wrong every time, Elul, and that means literally the king is in the field. It's a time of to press into the new, and it's a new and large season of favor. That's pretty awesome for us to have a season of favor. I'm glad to have a season of favor, let me tell you. And so September, I read this, is a month of seeking and soaking and suddenlies in the supernatural. So get ready and expect God to show up and show out. At the end of this month, the 1st of October, we celebrate Rosh Hashanah, which is the beginning of the Jewish New Year. And it's a new year she was talking about. Chuck Pierce said it's a new year, it's a new decade, it's a new era in history. It's starting a whole new century. Is that 10? What's 10th century? Huh? Decade. It's a whole new decade. Thank you. Yeah, 5780. Yeah. Yeah, and so it starts and is it Pi or Pi? I'm not sure, Pi. And it's calling back the winds that have scattered, calling back the things the winds have scattered in the past seasons. And it's linked with declarations of our mouths for freedom. And when I was in Washington and I heard the people, and I didn't realize even that Moses sits in the Senate with in front of Pelosi, and there's a portrait of Moses. And when I was going through the Bible Museum, I heard the people saying, "Let my people go, let my people go." And as I went back to my room, and I shared this, as I went back to my room, I kept hearing, "Let my people go, let my people go, let my people go." God has put and placed and ordained for this season men and women to accomplish His desire, and they've been held back by the world system, by those that disagree with what God's doing in our country. And when I found out that was Moses sitting in front of Pelosi, I thought, no wonder I kept hearing the voices saying, "Let my people go." So we come into agreement that this is a season of where the things have been scattered and turned wrong side up, that we're calling it back into right being. We're calling it back into becoming a nation that God created. We were created to glorify God and for the freedom to worship God the way we want to worship, with freedom. And so this is the time. We're in a season. We're in a right time, a right place, and a right. I'm not going to preach, but I'm just sharing that what you're singing is so on time. It's a timely word. Listen to the words, because what she's singing is what's happening now. And this is what we need to declare, that this is a new era in history. It's beginning to change things. Our voices are beginning to cry out, and God is hearing our voices cry out and causing our things to come back to us. I was in a meeting the other day, and they said, "Plunder the plunderer." The plunderer that's come and stole our goods and stole our blessings and stole what was ours. Let's go plunder the plunderer. And if I understand right, when we go back and take what the enemy stole, we get it back 7 times. So we need to start saying, "I'm going back to the plunderer and get my plunder back. I'm getting it back, not just what I got stolen, but 7 times what was stolen." So I just wanted to put that in there with that song, because sing that again and listen to the words of it, because it's right on time.